I must say that throughout my entire career, I never met a quieter, more competent geologist than Brian.
He was very positive, always very optimistic and positive, which is important for an exploration geologist.
Brian was a modest person, but a super geologist with a fantastic record for developing mines.
Well, he had a doctorate in geology, and he just very, very keen geologically speaking. I didn't even know he had a doctorate in geology until years later, so it wasn't something he bragged about at all, but just a very, very nice person.
Brian Meikle wasn't one to seek the limelight, but his expertise in geology and contributions to the industry have brought him well-deserved recognition, starting with winning the Logan Gold Medal for the highest marks in geology at McGill University. Brian Meikle completed his master's and PhD in geology at McGill University in Montreal. He started his career as a secondary school teacher, but soon transitioned to exploration. Brian was instrumental in the discovery and exploration of 3 major projects, all of which produced operating mines. The first being the Camflo mine in Quebec, where he progressed from geologist to VP of operations.
I met Brian for the first time in the Camflo mine in 1980. In 1984, I became the mine manager, and Brian was the vice president of operation. He always kept in mind then we have to make some money with some profit. Those projects have to be profitable, and that was a good combination.
Brian's role as an employer pretty well mirrored his attitude towards life in general. You know what the job is, so do it as well as you can. Keep in touch, discuss problems, and everyone will be satisfied. When Barrick purchased Camflo in 1984, Brian was part of the deal. Brian then provided the geological input into the Barrick acquisition of the Mercer gold mine in Utah in 1985. And that gave Barrick its first experience with refractory ore. But it was his connection to the Gold Strike refractory gold property in Nevada that made a huge contribution to the growth of Barrick. Brian advocated strongly in 1986 that Barrick should pursue acquiring an interest in the Gold Strike property in order to do deeper drilling. Gold Strike was acquired for $68 million, a large amount at the time for a marginal property with refractory ore.
Gold Strike is one of the largest gold deposits in the world, and it was a company maker for Barrick Gold. And he was one of the people that got Barrick involved in Gold Strike mine in Nevada in the US.
Gold Strike went on to become the second largest gold producer in the world and the largest gold mine in North America, which has resulted in Barrick holding the distinction of being the leading gold mining company in the world for many years. The cash flows and profits from the Gold Strike complex were instrumental in allowing Barrick to grow from 3 mines and expand our exploration in 1993 to Latin America and China. It also allowed Barrick to continue growing by acquiring Lac Minerals in 1994, and the rest is known. To honor Brian's contribution to the company, Barrick named a mine after him. The Meikle mine opened on September 21st, 1996.
One of the geologists, Eric Lawa, he spotted the hole and that discovered what turned out to be the Meikle mine. It's a phenomenal hole, and there's an intersection of 120 feet of over 4-ounce gold, so it was a spectacular ore body.
His knowledge of geology always impressed me. The work he did as geologist was so important, because as a mining engineer, I believe that you have to understand the geology of what you are about to mine. It guides your decision to get the maximum ore recovery.
He was very good at encouraging teamwork and also encouraging geologists to be creative, and also he was a big supporter financially getting the money for the drilling programs that we were doing.
Brian was a key member of the group that built Barrick, allowing for billions of dollars to flow back to Canadian companies and their shareholders, who in turn have contributed greatly to Canada. Brian lived a rich and rewarding life and passed away at the age of 84, with Goldstrike and his Meikle mine legacy still in operation today. Brian died in May of 2016, and the world became a lesser place. My old friend was a gentle person and a gentleman. He was retiring in a group, but always interested. He not only listened to people, but heard what was being said. He was warm in friendship, and his presence added a down-to-earth amiability and a truly droll sense of humor to any assembly.